You only need one more of these to build this corner modular. What's up everyone, I'm Stonewall, and today I'm really excited to be sharing with you my latest modular alt build. Apparently this is what I do now. Before I go any further, I do want to point out that if you want to build this yourself, I do sell these instructions on Rebrickable. I'll leave a link for them in the description below, along with links for the creator set that you'll need to get two of. I'll leave the Amazon and Walmart links down there. So be sure to check out those instructions and you can enjoy this modular as well. So if you haven't seen the last two ones I did, I rebuilt the Friends Heart Lake Grand Hotel, and then I built the Friends, the TV show, Central Perk, and apartment sets together into a modular alt build. So be sure to check those out after this video. I'll leave cards and links in the descriptions for those if you're interested. But my newest creation is from the Creator 3-in-1 set, the Townhouse, Pet Shop, and Cafe, which is a great set. Set number 31097. It actually uses two of those sets to make this corner modular. And you're probably thinking, I don't know if I want to buy two Lego sets to make a corner modular. But what if I were to tell you that that set can pretty easily be found for 20% off these days, both on Amazon and Walmart, for about $64. So for two $60-ish sets, you can get a new corner modular for your city for way cheaper than a standard one. As you can see, it definitely still looks like the Townhouse, Pet Shop, and Cafe. It's just a bigger and better version in my opinion. On the front we still have a pet shop, and then on the back corner there is the cafe. And then this MOC has 1, 2, 3 apartment units on it, and 2 hot dog stand vendors. So the look I was trying to capture on this one is that this yellow building is an older building that has been there for a while in the city, and then a new developer came along and wanted to build a modern building to incorporate it with that instead of tearing it down, just kind of connecting the two. That's why I guess the units on every floor connect, and you can even see that the modern building has expanded over to the roof of the old building as well. And we'll take a closer look at these hot dog vendors in a second. First, as you can see, the pet shop down below, it still has the ATM on the side, it has that awning above the door, and that really great kind of tile work of that dog and bird there. Out front there is a bin where you can buy some balls and some bones. In front of this fenced off area, 2 dogs that they're selling right now. Move that flat out of the way so you can see a little better. And you can see this little girl here is really excited about playing with that dog, with that bone. Coming around the side, we still have that nice coffee mug advertisement on the first floor now. A couple table and chairs out front of here. You have the cafe entrance with the mug and awning, nice windows, little flowers out front. And coming around this side, you see there's another table and chairs along with an elevator facade. So I couldn't quite make a good looking stairs up to the 2nd and 3rd and 4th floor with the pieces in the set, at least nothing that I was happy with. So I decided to take a cue from the recent Daily Bugle set and just make an elevator facade here. You can see the doors are right here along with the down arrow and up arrow, and then a couple of lights as well. A little awning there to keep you covered if it's raining or something. And then you can see these clear doors here. I actually positioned them with the door going in, and it's blocked a little, so you can't actually open those, but there is a little threshold there. And I kind of just picture of it as if you took the elevator shaft and cut this off so you can see in. It gives you a little viewing access for you. But if you don't like that, you can always switch those doors around and just kind of make believe a way that the minifigures can get up there. But if you don't like this elevator facade, you can just pop that off easy enough. You get another window down there, and there's even actually an extra window in the spare pieces, or I mean the pieces I didn't use, so you could put another one there if you just want that look as well. But I like to have at least the appearance of a way for the minifigures to get to the other floors, hence this little elevator build I made. So I don't know if you can tell, but most of these units have been mirror built, or at least mirror built as its bases. Obviously there's a lot of other changes within there, but you can see a lot of the original styling is still there. It still has all of the nice details of this kind of ornate older building look, which makes me think of Europe or something like that. It's got the planters on this side along with the nice trim around the windows and nice balconies. That guy's standing on one of them. And I really like the roof of the yellow building. You got the stone parrots here, and you can see there's a little tree actually growing out of the roof here with a couple of real birds. And then the modern side of the building, or the addition, has some really nice big windows on each corner. All the shades are still functional, like from the original set. And then coming around the back side, the side you won't see if it's next to another modular, even it doesn't look too bad. You got a lot of brick, or the masonry bricks here. You got some windows letting in light on this upper story, which is actually taller than most of the other modulars, at least in my city. And then kind of tried to keep the colors pretty consistent on here. You can see this building are kind of connected on the first floor, and then a little of the yellow paint showing through from that older building. This set doesn't need a base plate or anything like that. It is just brick built. The base is brick built with the plates that were included in the set. Oh, I forgot to mention there are still a couple of solar panels up there, along with a couple of gardens on that rooftop. The tenant on that fourth floor is really into plants, as we'll see. Let me take a closer look. And this building is very modular still. You can take all the different units off, including the rooftops. So take that roof off, that roof off, and then each floor you could take the units off a half at a time, as you can see. So as you can see, this comes off and has a lot of different components, which makes it fun you can view each area really easily and then stack it all up to make your modular building for your city. So let's start off by taking a closer look at the first floor. I already mentioned all the great details out front. If you look through the front window, you can now see that there are not only the 2 dogs for sale outside, but now a pair of toucans that look pretty close inside. You can also see the fish tank has 2 fish in there as well. Looking from above gives you a clearer picture of that. And then on the left side you have the cafe. Obviously you can see that the 2 businesses are connected, so it's probably shared by the same owner. You got that pet shop cafe, so you can drink a cup of coffee along with a hairball. The cafe is arranged in an L format. You got a bench there and then another one over here with a light hanging over each table. You got a little service desk back there with a cash register and the coffee pot. And then the menu is right by the door right when you walk in. And there's a couple windows on the back there. And this would be the first floor. As I mentioned, you can take them apart separately. Kind of at the older building and then the newer modern add-on. The older building section, this is where you would step off from the elevator. And like I said, that's clear, so just to give you a little better viewing access through it. But you can see the kitchen is still there along with the balcony. And then why is that dresser in the kitchen? Oh, that is because there is a Murphy bed right there. So that bed just folds up and tucks away next to the wall when not in use. If you go down this hallway there into the newer section, which it would look like that, we can see that the living room is in here. We got the couch with the entertainment unit with some books and stuff down there, TV there that guy's watching. And I even incorporated a bathroom, a small bathroom, mind it, but a bathroom nonetheless in each one of these units. So if you take this out, you can see there's a little toilet there. And then there is the shower head up top and the little sink. And that is surrounded by these brown tiles. So presumably when you go in there, you'd pull over kind of this like rolling door to block that. I do suggest though when you're in the bathroom to make sure to keep this sliding blind to the right. That way the whole city doesn't see you doing your business. So the second apartment on the third floor is pretty much exactly the same as the one on the second floor there. In the old part we still have the kitchen and dresser along with that Murphy bed that folds down. And then on the modern side, we still have that couch, entertainment center, and another bathroom. Like I said, keep that closed. And last but not least, you have the third apartment on the fourth floor. And this is actually probably my favorite apartment. As you saw when they were all put together, that modern new addition was put on the side of the old yellow building. So much so that this apartment is actually going over the roof of the old building. So this floor is both of these top units, which I think is pretty cool. You can see the old roof facade there. When you come off where the elevator would be right here, there's a little patio landing along with an upstairs kind of one with some plants. You saw that tree growing out of the old roof. Hopefully that doesn't undermine the structural stability or the waterproofness of the roof. Going into this unit though, there's a front door with a little lamp here. You can see that the tenant of this building really likes plants, like I said. As you go in, see if I can get a good view of it. As soon as you go in, there are some stairs right there, which lead up to this kind of lifted loft area, and there are a couple of planters growing flowers there. There's even a couple of grow lights on the ceiling there. And then if you go down that hallway into the main part, it's a smaller apartment, kind of more of a studio, if you will. There is a bed in the corner there, along with a TV stand with some kind of cubby storage behind it. And then you have a nightstand with a light, along with a chair. This unit doesn't have a bathroom, but the other two do. And the last thing we have to look at are the roofs. I'll go ahead and put them on these units so there's a little more context that we're looking at. They just pop on like you saw when I was taking everything off. On this lower level, you have two solar panels. Those are just like the ones in the original set. And then on the upper level here, you have a flower bed, and then looks like some carrots that she's growing maybe. And then on the side, you have that kind of shaded pergola, I think, over the balcony there, offering some shade. This window shade slides as well, just like the others, and I assume that's how they get up to the roof access. And just like any other modular building, it goes back together very easily, just floor by floor. Just like that. And last but not least, we have the hot dog stalls. This is pretty much identical to the one that came in the original set. There's only one plate there that I switched out for a different color for somewhere else. And then you have this newer hot dog stand. Well, actually it looks quite a bit older. It's not quite as fancy as the original one. I think that this is an older hot dog stand model. This guy does look like he's been at it for a while. Maybe this is this guy's father, either that or the younger guy's trying to encroach on this guy's turf. I don't know. But you still have the brick built hot dog on top, mustard and ketchup on the side there, a little cash register to check out. He is old school, so he takes cash. He doesn't do PayPal or anything like that. And then if you open this box, you can see there is a hot dog in there. I assume this is kind of like a warming box because you usually don't bake hot dogs, you grill them like this guy does. So I presume that he cooks them off-site and then just keeps them warm in there to sell. Maybe that's what gives this guy the advantage. I don't know, you have to try both. So this is probably my favorite alt build so far, which is saying a decent amount because I was really proud of that Friends one I just recently did. But I just really like how this turned out. I really liked the original material with the pet shop and cafe, and I like how it turned out. It looks like this modern expansion to this old building in the city. And it works perfect as kind of an end cap to a single row of modulars in your city, or could even work as a corner modular as well. It just makes a little alley. But let's see what it looks like in the city there. So here it is in my small little city. As you can tell, I have it as kind of an end cap, like a corner modular, except for it's just on one row. I think it looks really good like that. It's right next to my friend's alt build and my other friend's alt build, different friends. I just think it looks really good on the end of a row of modulars. You got that kind of older building, the yellow one in back, and then the newer expansion on front. As you can see, I put a little alleyway here. I think it looks really good with kind of a pedestrian alleyway. The main reason I did that is because there's not a ton of sidewalk space on this alt build. You could put a road next to it and it'd be just fine, but I put this alleyway with these new road plates, and I think that looks really well. Apparently it is a lot of competition for hot dog stalls on that alley. And as you can see, I put the police modular next to it, and even though that's not a corner modular, it still looks really good. And if you're wondering what it looked like with the street in the middle of it, next to another row, that's what it would look like. Still looks pretty good. But I really like that alleyway. That's probably what I'll change it back to. You can see on this side that it is taller than at least the Friends one, but it's pretty much the same height as the police station. You got the windows on that top apartment letting in light above the building next to it. And I went ahead and spun around all these modulars so you can check out the backside. It will probably be the most detailed looking backside of any modular in your city. And since these are modular buildings and there's countless ways to display them in a city, I will go ahead and mention that if you had a flat wall here, like a corner modular, that this awning will not be in the way. It is, there'll be a little gap there. It doesn't overhang. The only thing that kind of overhangs are these leaf pieces right here, but if you just rotate those, that brown part there on the balcony is not overhanging the edge of the modular. So you can just turn those in and it will fit as well. But I think it looks best if you make a little alleyway or a road there and treat it like a corner modular. So there you go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'm really proud of it and really happy with how it turned out. Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And like I said earlier, if you want to build this yourself, my instructions are up on Rebrickable. I'll leave a link for that in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Otherwise, if you want to keep seeing more alt builds and other Lego and brick videos such as speed builds and reviews and such, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss the next video when it comes out. But other than that, I just hope you all have a great day.